So I'm working on a game called You Probably Won't Survive. You Probably Won't Survive is a top-down zombie survival game where you spawn on an island and fight off waves of zombies and other monsters. You can chop down trees, build a base, and upgrade your weapons as you work your way through different waves of enemies. Now, I thought it would be cool to try remake my game, but not in another game engine, in Minecraft. People have been making custom games and maps for Minecraft for a long time, using Minecraft's built-in commands to make custom-made games. So I'm going to try remake my game in Minecraft with no mods. Let's see how we go. Before we get into the video, I'd like to mention our sponsor. Let me tell you about an amazing game you can play for free. Raid Shadow Legends. Explore millions of champion combinations and master tactics as you take on bosses, dungeons, campaign battles, and PvP arena matches. There are hundreds of artifacts to equip and over 600 champions with unique skills. You can build your team, develop your champions, and raid your way. Use my QR code or links below to download Raid for yourself on your mobile or PC. One of my favorite things about Raid Shadow Legends is the challenging Doom Tower. The Doom Tower is basically a huge tower full of bad guys you'll need to take out to climb to the top. To do this though, you'll need an army of champions and you'll need to use strategy to beat them all. You'll typically want ways to remove debuffs and you'll also want pretty high resistance. Lots of the Doom Tower bosses ignore block debuffs, so they can do crazy things to your champions, like draining their turn meters or stripping their buffs. Doom Tower presents a new, exciting challenge for the game, and it is super fun to try different fighting strategies and figure out how to climb to the top. And right now, Raid's running an amazing Trick or Treat Halloween promotion, where new players can win a bunch of real life and in-game prizes, including $1,000 Amazon gift cards and some of the best epic and legendary Halloween champions in Raid. It's all free and super easy. All you need is your Raid player ID, just download Raid with my link in the description, then head to trickortreat.plarium.com, enter your details, then spin the wheel and get your prize. This event only runs from October 15 to November 5, so don't miss out. If you want to try Raid, new players can use my link or scan the QR code right here and get a free starter pack worth almost $30. This includes a free champion and cool in-game loot. You will find these rewards here in your inbox for the next 30 days. Now, let's remake our game in Minecraft. To get started, we needed to create a new world. Our world was going to be a super flat desert world because this was the easiest preset to make our map from. To make the map for our game, we simply dug out a huge square and filled up the border with water. We planted some trees, expanded the border, and there we go. We had a recreation of our game map. Now that we had the building process out of the way, it was time for the fun stuff, working with commands. If you're unfamiliar with commands in Minecraft, let me explain how they work. Basically, Minecraft has a bunch of built-in commands which can be used to alter the game. For example, if you're in survival mode, you can type /game mode creative into the chat to switch to creative mode. Now, there are a bunch of simple commands like this that you can just type out, but there's a way to access more advanced commands, and this is through command blocks. Command blocks are blocks that you can use to activate commands through Redstone, and they are what we are going to be using to make our game. Essentially, there are a lot of features we have in our game that we can only remake using command blocks. So let's start with the first feature, the player kit. Basically, in our game, the player starts with a gun, an axe, and a pickaxe. Now, in Minecraft, I could just give myself an axe and a bow, but I wanted to be able to press a button and be given all of these items at once. To do this, I placed a bunch of command blocks, each with a command that would give us a different item, and equip the player with armor. And there we go. The player kit was created. Next up, we needed to create some enemies. Now, our game had a bunch of different enemies, but the four main enemies I wanted to focus on were the zombie, the skeleton, the mini zombie, and the big zombie. Now, this was pretty simple to recreate because Minecraft already had a zombie, a skeleton, and a mini zombie, and we could just spawn a zombie with the resistance, strength, and slowness effects applied to create a big zombie. But an issue we had is that as soon as our enemies spawned, they were just set on fire because our game is set today. To fix this, I simply gave our enemies a helmet, which was just a zombie head for the zombies and a skeleton head for the skeleton. The next thing we needed to do was change a bunch of game rules. Minecraft has things called game rules, which are essentially rules that can be turned on and off, which alter the game. For example, we turned the game rule do daylight cycle off, which meant our game was always going to be set to daytime, which is how our game was. I disabled item drops, so enemies wouldn't drop items, and I also disabled command output so that there wouldn't be constant commands shown in chat. I also added a repeating command block, which would pretty much disable slimes from spawning in our super flat world. Now that we had our enemies, the next thing to create was our wave system. The way our game works is that enemies will spawn and you have to take out a set amount to move on to the next wave. The way we created this in Minecraft is, well, not very good. I tried making a wave system that would spawn enemies and track how many there were. For example, in wave 1 there were 4 zombies that would spawn, so the tracker would say 4 zombies, and if you take one out it'll update on the sidebar. Now the issue with this is that for some reason when I got to the later waves of the game where there were heaps of enemies, it didn't really work. I also wanted to have a system where if you take out all the enemies the next wave will automatically start, but I didn't know how to do that. I guess I kind of remade my game in Minecraft, but it kind of sucked. So yeah, here's how the final game turned out. All right, and here we are in our game. So obviously, I haven't started the game yet. I figured I would show you the pretty advanced map we made. So as you can see, there's just a few trees. This is, you know, really accurate to our game. We've got all of the command blocks over there, but you can just ignore that. And there's also the control station for the game up there. You can ignore that as well. I'm also going to let myself chop down these trees. The thing is, I don't know how to make it so that the map just rebuilds itself. So instead, I'm just going to, you know, only play this once and just destroy the map in the process. But anyway, let's go to game control by pressing this button and it'll teleport us to the game control. So we've equipped our player kit just like that. We've got our armor equipped and we've got an axe and a bow, and of course you've got all the waves here all the way through to wave 10. So I guess we're going to start wave 1 and jump down to the game. Let's see how we go. All right, we've got a few zombies straight away. Nice. Got one. So as you can see on the side there, the enemy tracker is currently working. So let's just continue to fight off these zombies. But as you can see, nothing really happens. So yeah, to start the next wave, you go over to game control, you go on over to wave 2, and the second wave starts. So yeah, in the actual game itself, you don't have to just press buttons to start the next wave, it all just happens. But this is what we had to do in Minecraft. Also, I'm using a bow and arrow because Minecraft doesn't have guns. There might be a way to make something that represents a gun using command blocks, but I didn't even know how to make a proper wave system, so yeah, I'm not going to be able to do that. All right, I've got one enemy left all the way over there. And there we go, we've completed another wave. So what we're going to do now is we're just going to skip ahead to wave 5. So there we go, there's 12 enemies, wave 5. I'm pretty sure there's more than 12 enemies. Yeah, so as you can see, the enemy tracker just stopped working for whatever reason. But yeah, let's try to work our way through wave 5. Okay, I think I'm going to let myself chop down a few trees now because I think I need to. I just realized that if you chop down some trees, get some wooden planks, just sort of build up, there's really nothing they can do. There we go, we finished the wave. All right, I think I'm just gonna go straight to wave 10. Once again, only 12 enemies, but you know, there's a lot more than that. So back to the map. Oh, and look, it's the boss fight as well. So yeah, in my game, wave 10, there's a boss battle. So that's why there's a zombie there with a diamond chest plate, a diamond sword, and they've also got strength, speed, resistance, all of that. So I think we'll go for the boss first if we can get to it. And my axe broke, which is awesome. All right, I guess we're going back to the game control. Give ourselves another player kit. You know what? Let's do a few more wave 10s. Ah, that's more like it. Awesome. So yeah. Cool. So yeah, that's my game, remade in Minecraft. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to leave a like. You can also leave a comment if you want, and feel free to subscribe to the channel. Peace.